Good afternoon, guys. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about the new Weight Watchers plan that they had just rolled out. It came out this week, and today was the first day for me to be going on plan with it because Wednesday is my weigh-in date, and they won't let you start the new plan until you've completed your last week on Points Plus, and then when your new weigh-in date comes in, then they'll start you on the new plan, which is Smart Points, and the whole theme of the Smart Points is be on the scale. So today when I went in, they gave me my weekly, and which is a lot thicker than usual, and then they gave me my new pocket guide, and then they gave me my planning guide. Okay, so a lot of changes rolled out with Weight Watchers Be on the Scale. Compared to what it was at Points Plus. Points Plus was where you track your fat, your calories, your carbs, and your fiber. Now on the Weight Watchers, the Smart Points Be on the Scale, what you track is, I believe, the saturated fat, the calories. So calories came back and saturated fat is accounted into now instead of like just regular all over fat, it's saturated. So you have your calories, your saturated fat, your protein, and your sugars. And I believe that's what it is like on the little calculator that you can purchase. But on my phone, on my app, you have to track, like you have to put everything in. So you have to put fat, saturated fat, fiber, carbs, protein, sugar, and calories. But if you buy the calculator, you only have to do the 4, which are the saturated fat, the calories, the sugars, and the protein. The more protein that you eat, the lower in points the food that your values of your food is going to be. So now that they're counting sugar, things have drastically changed. So this is really going to change your way of eating if you're used to eating a lot of sugar. I love sugar. I'm addicted to sugar. It's just addicting. What can I say? But I think that if I do follow this plan, it will force me to eat a lot healthier. Okay, so with all of that, I have not been doing well the last probably month. I've used the no weigh-in past the last 2 weeks, and today was one of the weeks that I used it in. And I did a sneak peek on the scale. I'm still like 7 pounds heavier. So obviously I've put on weight between Thanksgiving and now, and I don't know, maybe I think it's like Thanksgiving week and now, and Christmas is in 2 weeks, so I'm going to try to get myself back on plan here. I really don't want to put on any more weight by Christmas or during Christmas, and I know this is like the hardest time of year for me, and I don't know how it is for you guys, but it is just so hard for me this time of year. So I'm just going to kind of explain this plan to you, and I really think that if I really did follow plan on this, that a significant of weight would be lost. And I think I could probably lose the 7 pounds that I put back on in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So let me just show you guys. Okay, so this is the planning guide. Lose weight, get healthier, and live happier. And I'll just read this to you guys. It says, at Weight Watchers, we think you're amazing. Why, thank you. We know you have what it takes to live a happy, fulfilling life, not only when you fit into a certain pair of pants or hit that number on the scale, but always. Whatever you want to do along with losing weight, eat better, be your better self, find a new sport, will help and get you there. First step, treat yourself with respect, patience, and kindness, because when you change the way that you think, you change the way that you feel. Together, we'll come up with a customized food and activity plan to help you feel better, look better, and have more energy. You'll get weekly motivation from an actual human who's been on your shoes and succeeded, expert answers and advice 24/7, a like-minded community, handy food and activity trackers, thousands of meal ideas, and practically every healthy living tool you can imagine. Okay, enough talking, let's do this. And other thing that I wanted to bring up is they don't call it activity points anymore. I believe it's called fit points, I think. And you have to, they want you to make a goal each week when you get your, they set like a goal for you. So I put that I don't move around a lot, that I'm very, like I don't stand on my feet all day or anything like that. So, and I mean, there are some days that I do, but my activity goal was, for my fit points, was to earn 1 fit point a day. So 7 for the whole week. Now, what they want you to do with the fit points is you cannot swap them out for food. They just want you to earn them, and that's it. So you can't be like, well, I earned 30 fit points this week, by exercising my butt off, and I'm going to eat them now. No, you can't swap them for food. You just have to earn them and leave them be, and that's it. So, okay, so you can't eat that. And then your weeklies also changed as well. So before on the Points Plus, everybody was allotted 49 total points a week to use their weeklies however they chose to use them. Now, this is a little different. So I get 42 weeklies. So I don't get that 49 anymore. Somebody else might get 21 weeklies. And everybody's plan is more personalized now. And what I'm saying that is somebody who's 80 years old or 60 years old and weighs less than me, maybe is taller or shorter than me, their weekly allowance is going to be either less or more. Somebody might have 49, somebody could have 21. So it's all personalized to the person. So which is kind of nice. I kind of felt like 49 was kind of high anyway. Another thing that changed is we're allowed more points on our daily. So before I was allowed 40 or 41, and now I'm allowed 42 points. But I believe it was the lowest you could go on the other previous plan was 26. This plan, I believe the lowest you can go is 30. So the thing that I've noticed is this is going to gear you to eat less sugars. And when I say that is like, I love candy, okay? Not just like all candy, really, but like chocolate candies, like, oh my gosh. So let's put into, I think a Snickers bar, the peanut butter, I think it's normally 7 or 8 points on the old plan. On the new plan, I believe it's 12. And a can of Coke on the old plan, I think was 3 or 4 points. On this new plan, it is 9 points. So they really, really want you to take into account how you're going to spend your points. And let me just tell you, I would really double think now about having a root beer. I have root beer in my fridge, and I would really double question myself before having that root beer now, because to me, it's not worth having it as that 9 points. Because yes, I'm still allowed 42 points for my week, but at the same time, I don't want to use a quarter of them or almost a quarter of them just on a beverage alone. So I believe alcohol has stayed the same. I really have to play with my tracker and see what has changed and what hasn't changed. And my leader did say if you like fish or you don't mind having fish and seafood, or you don't like it at all, start to like it, because it's going to be your best friend on this plan. So what she told me is that a lot of the fish and like seafood has dropped. I'm not sure if it all has, but for example, a whole can of tuna, like a 3 or 4 ounce can of tuna, I think on the old plan used to be 3 points. It is now 1 point. So same thing with shrimp. 3 ounces of shrimp is now 1 point. Before, I believe 3 ounces of shrimp was 3 points. And if you play around with your tracker, like on the eTools, if I put 4 ounces of shrimp, it's still 1 point. If I go up to 5 ounces of shrimp, then it jumps to 2 points. Eggs are the same. Chicken, I believe, dropped 1 point per serving. Some of the higher fat meats obviously stayed the same. Some of them might have gone up. I'm not really sure. I kind of have to play with the tracker because I really don't know what the points are now. But she said stir fries and seafood are probably going to be your best friend. And it doesn't mean that you can't have like the other sugary stuff, but I feel like this is good. I feel like it's a preventative. We were talking that she was telling us today that Weight Watchers, it's not just about losing weight, and that's why they say it's beyond the scale, because people are not only losing weight now just for the sake of losing weight, it is for their health. And I completely 100% agree with that, because my doctor scared me into losing some weight, which I've been really naughty the last month, and I put some of that back on, but I really do truly want to get back on track. So the whole thing with the diabetes scare and her telling us that it's for health. Now you're like not eating just to lose weight, but it's also for your health. And they were talking about how there's like this huge diabetes, like everybody, like almost like an epidemic, because there's so many people out there with diabetes, and I don't want to become a diabetic. So, again, I'm saying a lot, but the point of this program is to get you to eat less sugars. Somebody had mentioned that their Chobani, that was their yogurt, the raspberry yogurt that was normally 3 points, jumped up to 5 points. But that doesn't mean that you can't have yogurt. Maybe they want you to get the plain yogurt and sweeten it with fruit. Fruit is still, by the way, 0 points, and vegetables are also still 0 points, which is pretty nice. I think it'll gear you to still eat, in a healthier manner. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have yogurt. Somebody else in our meeting said that they had the Chobani, the 100 calorie Chobani's. I don't know. I have to go to the store, play around, bring my calculator with me. But she says that hers came in at 2 points. So I think that we are going to have to find new favorite foods that we like and play around with that to see what will work for us. Because obviously, a 42-point day for me on Points Plus now could be like a 70-point day for me. I'm not joking. The sugars, the food values for the things that had sugars and like highly processed have like doubled to tripled. I'm not joking when I say like I don't know, like they were talking like the Weight Watchers ice cream went from like 2 points to 5 for like the bar. I'm like, seriously, they're really trying to steer us away from sugar and cut down on it. Doesn't mean that you can't have it. It just means that you're really going to have to get creative with your food and play around and see what you can get with your points. Okay, so I'm going to finish looking here at this planning guide. So when you start up on Weight Watchers, then you'll take an assessment test, and then it'll give you your new daily points target and then your new weeklies. And like I said, everybody gets different weeklies. And then here it says, why not just count calories? Calories don't tell the whole story. Neither do grams of fat or carbs. Think about it. 2 sandwich cookies and 3 ounces of cooked shrimp both have 100 calories. The cookies cost 4 Smart Point values, the shrimp 1. You already knew that the shrimp was a healthier choice, but Smart Points lets you see the difference right away, leading you to better choices. So again, I am pretty excited to try this. How does the plan work? Our Points Plus plan revolutionized weight loss by creating a simple counting system to help you lose weight. But its primary focus was the number on the scale, not the foods that fuel you. The Smart Points plan moves beyond that, helping you eat more protein, less sugar, and saturated fat for an overall healthier life. I do like that they incorporated the calories back into the plan. I used to do Momentum. I was highly successful on Momentum when we did count calories. And when Points Plus did roll in, I had a really hard time transitioning, and I did put on, it took me a few years, but I did put on my weight back. So I do like that they're putting all that back in. And then here it says your Smart Points budget. And it says, what should I eat? It's totally up to you. What you want the most bang for your Smart Points buck? Sticks to foods that are higher in protein and lower in sugar and saturated fats. That said, nothing is off limits. It's all about making the plan work for you. So when you're your mindset going into this new plan shouldn't be like, oh, I'm on Weight Watchers and I can just eat anything. I'll eat all my points and crap. They don't want you to do that. They want you to learn to eat healthy. So again, I need that boost, that kick in my ass. I am excited about trying this. And obviously, like I looked at my restaurant guide on my app, and a lot of the points values for restaurants, those have also gone up. So tracking, why should I track while I eat? We all know that. Let's see what else has changed here. They definitely want you to be mindful of your fitness. And also what our leader said, even though you're not eating your activity points, which are not activity points anymore, they are fit points, I think. Oh my gosh, just too much information. But anyway, what she did tell us was that it is a lot easier to earn them. So something that might have taken you half hour or 40 minutes to earn 3 points, it just happens a lot faster now to earn those activity points, but you don't eat them. And let's see here, you guys, this might cut out. This might be 2 parts into it. So I'll just upload the first part and then I'll get into the second part. Okay, I'm going to end this now and then I'll get into the Smart Points Part 2 Weight Watchers and I will let you guys know. Okay, bye.